You guys remember when this thing just skyrocketed to the moon and it was just sitting on shelves? I don't know why or how, but personally, I lost on this because I returned like 10 pairs, and now looking back at it, 10 pairs almost being 800 each is insane. But today I'm going to talk about my little haul. I actually decided to hold Red Thunder 4s. I have about 40 pairs. Honestly, the GS was the best move. I was buying them around 180 to 210 at max. They're sitting around on StockX, if I'm not mistaken, 280 to 300 depending on the size. Profit to be made. But yeah, what I think, this shoe could be a maybe 350, 400, no more than that in adults. GS still has a lot of potential. If you guys don't follow me already, go drop a follow on Instagram. I think I'm like 50 followers away from 12,000 followers. Huge shout out to everybody. This is honestly my first video, and I didn't have any ideas to start the video, but I perfectly thought, let's start off with the Jordan 4 Red Thunders. I haven't really posted it on my Instagram, but I would like to, make a post, make a reel, and finally get on YouTube. But to begin with this, thank you to everybody who's watching and following. My name is Robert. Many of you guys know me as Soul Trades Co. I'm located in New Jersey. I'm actually graduating this May, thankfully. I went into school for finance, and I'm looking maybe opening up a sneaker store. It's not 100%, but I would love to. Sneakers actually started as a hobby, so I'm just gonna give you guys a little take on who I am and why I decided to do reselling. So what actually got me into sneakers was not being able to afford them. When I first started, I always saw other people with nice shoes, and not that my parents couldn't afford to buy me any pairs. My parents don't believe in like materialistic things more than rather, experience life, save money for the future, etc., etc., etc. But the first shoes that I really went crazy for, and a few people that know me from high school know I have and had so many, were the Nike Roshe Runs. I had every single color, honestly, everything. I had the cheetah prints, I had the Calypsos, I had, I forgot the names. That was what made me experience the actual take on purchasing more sneakers and just enjoying the culture. But then it came to a point when I hopped into college. I had a little more money that I could afford. I started buying shoes myself. It went a little crazy off the board where I was just buying shoes, just keeping them on a shelf, and just, wow, they look pretty. And don't get me wrong, all the shoes that I held all went up in value, but I wasn't buying it for that. I was buying them because I actually wanted them, but I just couldn't bear myself to wear a shoe. I'm pretty sure there's people out there just like me who buy a shoe, they see it, they're like, oh my God, this is a nice shoe, but would never wear it. Why? Because, I don't know, it's just the sense of being, loving to the shoe, caring for the shoe, etc. I'm actually wearing a pair of Black Cats, which I originally spoke earlier in the beginning of the video. But going back to the Red Thunders. Red Thunders is a solid hold. Like I said earlier, I think it's a little too late to jump in. However, the GS still has a great potential. They're sitting around 280 to 300. That's pretty affordable. Looking back at other collabs and other Jordan 4s, they're sitting at almost like 450, 500. So if you have a little capital, even if it's 5 to 10 shoes, doesn't necessarily mean you have to go buy 100 pairs to make money. Start little, know what it's like to hold, and just keep going. And always do your research. Just taking it from me, like I said, do your research. Don't go out there just listening to everybody, because there has been several occasions where, not me necessarily, people I know go and listen to certain YouTubers, not throwing shade on anybody because I'm just joining and I don't want no problems with anybody, but just do your research. That's the best thing you can do with anything in life before investing in stocks, shoes, houses, etc. I was pretty correct about some holds that I had in the past. Black Cats, I took an L because I did return them. However, I do want to show you two shoes that I did and I was right. So starting off with the Mochas, I was buying Mochas around $280 to $300. My parents thought I was crazy buying 50 pairs of Mochas at that price. They're like, are you crazy? You're gonna spend that much money? Now I sell them close to 500, 550. Only have 4 pairs remaining, but out of those pairs, I made my money. And the second shoe is the UNC ones. These ones, I was super lucky. I got a few pairs for retail. The Mochas, I was not so, fortunate. I had to pay a lot in resale, but it is what it is. I made some money. I'm happy with the little profits that I made. The UNC ones, they're sitting roughly around, 380 to 450 depending on the sizes. Closer to the bigger sizes, obviously more money. But this is such a beautiful shoe, For anybody who can afford a $400 shoe and would be willing to pay for it, this is the shoe. The Mochas obviously was gorgeous at $300. People are still paying them at $500. I don't think this shoe will do. I think it reached market cap. I think it'll do maybe 600 depending on the size, but no more than 600, forget about it. These ones right here, I believe they're at their market cap as well, anywhere from 380 to 450, depending on the size. This is such a great shoe. I actually don't have a pair of the Mochas because I have like the Off-White and the Travis, but this was honestly a regret that I didn't buy. And personally, I don't buy brand new shoes because, again, the value of the money. Don't forget to drop a like, leave anything you guys want to let me know down in the comments, such as opening a mystery box, reviewing the shoe, or any opinions on what you think you would like to hold in the near future. I can give you guys my advice, but do your research. Thank you to everybody. Soul Trades out.